when I say Cuica, and what you do is you lick your fingers.
Wow.
And you grab the stick, and it goes woo 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 woo. I'm not searching this any further. When you do that,
All right.
like do this, do this, Paul.
All I've been told was you got to lick it before you stick it.
You do. You lick it, and then you grab onto it, and you pull. Hey, everybody, I'm Kevin McLaughlin, and this is the Riffs and
Rhythms Podcast. I'm Paul Robertson. Welcome back.
I'm so excited to have you here, man.
I want to point out, this is a cool shirt here. Do you see this shirt here?
I do.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, thank you for your enthusiasm there. So it's cool to me. So.
Is that a play on words from Play-Doh?
Yes.
Like, do you squish your drums and stuff?
I play dough. So anyway, welcome back to the podcast here. We are back this week. Thank you for listening, watching, and everything else you want to do to our podcast here. So it's been a little been a minute, haven't we, since we got back. We had a great guest last week. And,
it has been a wild month of October.
I don't even know how it's almost over. It's been crazy. We've got, festivals coming up. We've got events you're part of your tour. You just finished up a little jaunt up to Daytona for Biketoberfest.
Biketoberfest was.
I heard you got to crown Miss Coleslaw Wrestling Queen champion.
I did, and she was an athlete of epic proportions.
That's something that you don't ever want to miss of Coleslaw Wrestling. Yes.
Emphasis on the word proportions.
Did she eat any of that? No, she wouldn't eat any of that vegetable stuff.
Well, she was about to lose, but she ate her way out from under the coleslaw and crushed her opponent with her sheer epic size.
I watched some of those videos on YouTube from the Cabbage Patch there. So
yes, absolutely. And it's fresh cabbage. They make fresh coleslaw. They take cabbage and they throw it into a tree trimmer, and it sprays out onto the field of battle.
So what do they do with all that coleslaw when it's done?
They quickly dispose of it. In a sanitary fashion.
So that sounds like that's our champion, just like a train running over the competitor. So
absolutely, it was an impressive display of physicality and determination.
Yes. So
and the crowd was losing their mind. It was unbelievable.
So I forgot to. Speaking of things going on too, totally forgot to mention last week was we were just jumping right in there. Last week was we had a great time at the Jupiter Farms Community Festival there. We had the guys coming on from Angels of War. Remember Kevin was talking about the Jupiter Farms Music Festival they have out there. So especially that was an area that we talked about last week was tornadoes hit Jupiter Farms here. We're really close to us here. But it was a cool little community event there. It's free. You got vendors. You got music. So it's really cool. Again, supporting our friends, supporting the music there. So that was really cool to get out there. The weather's nice, that we were talking about last week. Beautiful time of the year. Finally, you're not having to sweat through your underwear. Now I'm Scottish, so I don't wear underwear. That's TMI for all of you listening. Check out our Patreon page there for fans and pictures. Anyway, so I'm on a roll now.
Yeah, and for an extra $45.32 a month, you can get the under table cam on Paul.
That's right, but you have to send your check. You have to send your check in a self-addressed stamp envelope. Do you remember those in the 80s?
Self-addressed stamped envelope. Wow.
Who actually sends mail anymore, right? You have to mail. You have to send in mail to get to see the mail. How about that? Yeah, how about it? Anyway, so
or should we say you need to be a member before you could see the
snail mail
member.
I like that. Yeah, we got to work on our T-shirts here for the slogans and stuff. Anyway,
and I gave you a clue on the T-shirts. What's that guy from?
Yeah,
the one
El Stapario.
Yes, he's got a shirt. It says
drums and bass.
Drums and bass, and the D
and the B
and the B are crossed off.
Rums and bass, ass.
Rums and ass.
Yes. It's all about that. So anyway, let's just jump right into it here again. Here we've got guests back on the couch.
We're lucky enough to have the mastermind and mastermindess behind the
Dolby 7.35 sound.
Dolby ATMOS recording artists, the Smokeboss Militia.
How you doing,
Thank you.
guys?
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yes.
Very nice to see you.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So,
Great to be back.
so
Lovely to be back.
yes.
How have you been? It's been like a week. What'd you guys do all week?
It's too much to
Can't
even
remember.
try
It
and
just goes by like a
process.
blur.
I
Time
remember.
flies like as if
Yeah.
it's just been minutes.
It keeps slipping.
Exactly. It's just it's unquantifiable with words.
Right on. So when's you guys got any shows coming up in November, December?
We have a big show coming up in December on Friday the 13th. We will be at the Bamboo Room to celebrate the re-release, or what do you call it when you release a record in a different medium, but it's the same record? Actually, but there's two tracks that aren't on the original release.
Ooh, so what do you call that?
Remastered?
So it's a super deluxe.
A deluxe edition,
Edition.
because it's got
That's what we're calling
unreleased bonus material.
Exactly. And it's done in Dolby Atmos, which is the really exciting thing. And like for who didn't hear it, it came it comes on Spotify and Apple Music and a bunch of other. There's certain of these outlets where you can go click on the binaural mix, and that is a fold down from the Atmos mix for the headphones, so you can hear essentially an interpolation of the Atmos mix in your headphones. Just any old headphones will do it too. You don't need special ones. So this is an exciting thing. This is a new experience as far as listening to music. It's as if you were surrounded by the band. You were in the middle of the song, kind of thing. It's
So,
really cool.
Andy, I'm really curious. I can't wait to listen to this because I would have to have my kids help me figure this out to use it, but to listen to it on
So,
the
Paul, you take the headphones and you put them on your head.
Thank you for interrupting me, but yes, I know where they go. Anyways,
So there's some additional drop-down menus in Spotify, so you could get
I think it's
so you can get the Atmos sound.
I think there's just a.
I was making a
But-
point here, sir. I object.
I am stomping all over your moment.
I know here
apologize.
because I was asking a legitimate question.
All right, everybody at home,
Sustained. Overruled.
sit back,
can't handle the truth.
take your thumbs back off of the phone, and let's give Paul the room
Yes,
that he deserves.
Jeez, this
Paul, please excuse me. Go ahead and talk.
Anyway, so the question was, it'd be really interesting to hear this on the Oculus, the Oculus headset, right? Because that does an immersive kind of 360 sound, view, sound, etc. So it'd be really interesting.
So you want to hear the music on a visual tool.
But that visual tool gives you that same sense of the surrounding because it immerses you into the. But yeah, I'll let you know.
That's like what I've been getting. I get where you're coming from. I've been getting
a lot of acid.
Yeah, acid reflux. I've been getting invitations to perform in the multiverse, which is exactly what you're talking about.
With Spider-Man and Iron Man.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's a version of me that wears sweatpants all the time.
Okay. I'm just dying. I'm already
You've seen that movie apparently.
Apparently because
The Spider-Verse.
It's called the Kevin verse.
Yeah, the Kevin verse.
We had it last
It's
2
called the
weeks
Kevin-
ago.
Sometimes it's the second. Sometimes it's the second verse or the third verse.
Sorry, I was watching the Spider-Man movie last night with the three of them. So
Oh, so so it's fresh in your mind.
Yes,
yeah,
that's exactly it.
Exactly. So what were we talking? Oh, so the multiverse, which is kind of like a multimedia online experience where reality doesn't even exist. You can have yourself programmed to be whatever you want. Mm-hmm. And the first example of that was there was a who? What?
Referring to is the metaverse.
The metaverse, yes. I'm sorry. I'm an MCU fan, so I was calling it the multiverse.
Okay, boomer.
I was honestly, I didn't.
Gold ring like Doctor Strange
Yeah,
has to get in there.
Yes.
Look. See, that's what he's got.
Oh, there you go.
The metaverse. This is the metaverse ring here.
Yes.
And this is the multiverse ring. You
I'm
can
not-
see the metaverse.
Those are
is
metalverse
better.
rings.
That's Metalverse. Yeah, that's the
No, this
Metalverse.
is- and I've got the spoonverse ring here. This gives me access to eating.
So we can go anywhere.
Andy, this is he might
To
not
the
be.
buffet. I'm gonna. But this my talent is so I won't leave my luggage behind when I see a buffet.
Oh snap! Wow, a callback to the last week's episode there. You just threw our guest under the bus. I said the second episode's always the wild
All right,
one.
I deserved it.
It's okay. But now we know your weakness. If there's a buffet, you'll just
I know.
lose your
Yeah,
coos
it
altogether.
just looked too good.
Have you ever been to Las Vegas?
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know my pain there.
Yeah.
Luggage
yeah.
is still in the lobby.
No, the problem with Las Vegas is that it's all about the buffet.
Yeah.
And the human experience does not, like my human experience, does not have the storage capacity necessary to truly enjoy the buffet as it should be.
Well,
Anyway,
there's room for growth there.
apparently, yes.
No, he's already exceeding growth.
Anyway, we were going to talk about something. What was
Yeah,
it?
we're just ripping on each other.
We were talking
Everyone's
about the
getting- everyone's
multi-
getting it. Yes.
I'm going to perform in the multiverse.
Okay,
With
the multi-
sweatpants on.
Perfect.
Okay. Hey, how you doing, guys?
Oh yeah. Anyway, yes, we were talking about the ATMOS. Yes. So
Right.
yes.
But I think we were good. But anyway, the party at the Bamboo Room, for the record, come on out Friday the 13th in Lake Worth, the Bamboo Room. Our first time playing at that particular venue. We're very excited, and we want everybody to come down and have a great time with us.
Now the Bamboo Room, did it just reopen up?
Yeah, I mean, a few months ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
Jake was
it was
Jake Walden was on, and he was talking about the Bamboo Room, and it was kind of get ready.
It's a wonderful space. We haven't been. It's got really high ceiling. It's like feels like a big barn in there, and the acoustics are great. And it has a bar at one end with food, and they just got their liquor license for anyone that's interested.
Very cool.
And it's a really wonderful place to
Lake
play.
Worth has got that little area. It's got a very cool, little.
It's a cool little spot in that.
Because you got
Propaganda.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's
sorry.
right across the street from Propaganda for those of you who are propagandaists.
Stop pushing your propaganda
I'm not pushing any.
about the riffs.
I'm pushing something, but it's not propaganda.
If you're pushing something here, the bathroom's over there. Okay.
So come on down and take a proper gander.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go. I like that. There you go. Like a propaganda across the street.
Yes. But they got Irish pubs over there, which is my personal favorite.
Yeah, it's good. The so is a full set. How long's the set going to be?
Do a 3 hour.
We're doing
Oh,
3
okay.
hours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So lots of sets.
Okay, and then so the sets are going to include a little cover, a little original, a little
A
mixing.
nice mix. We just we've been working on a bunch of new covers, really trying to like spread out. Like we said, genre's the enemy. We like to go every direction we can, and we got some funkier stuff. We went in a lot of different directions at the same time, and we think you're really going to like the stuff we chose. Plus, our own original compositions will be played as well. The record will be played. All the songs from the record.
Rock on. So this record that you have, is it fully released? Is it out?
Fully out. It came out December 5th of last year. It's called Rise Again. And it's 12 tracks, and now it's going to be 14 tracks when it comes up. But yeah, just an amazing experience recording songs I'd written over 20 or 30 years or something like that, outside of the punk genre that I've been mostly doing for 20 years or so. I was doing punk rock with ears on other things. I never wanted to limit myself to one genre, which is a word I hate. Can we find another word for genre? It's just it's French.
It's a French word, right?
French.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But it's not like a typical French word with like an extra 5 letters at the end.
Oui, oui.
Oh, c'est-à-dire genre.
So I assume that you are an independent artist.
I am. We are.
And so you guys are distributing it and it's available. Is it available in hard copy as well?
We didn't do any hard copies. We got too many friends using CDs and such for coasters. Or hey, do you want my record? Oh, take 10 of them. Why? Because I can't sell them.
Yeah. Right.
We did do a. We're hoping when finances get sorted out, we'll eventually do an LP. We did do a mix. You do a separate mix for the LP, and that's ready to go. But that's a couple of grand just to get a few hundred copies going.
Yeah, hard to get 7 channels out of a groove.
Well, right. We're going backwards after we step boldly into the future. Hopefully, people still like LP.
But they're
LPs came back.
Yeah,
LPs have
vinyl's
come
coming
back. They've
yeah.
exceeded
Yeah.
CD sales, which doesn't say much. Nobody buys any CDs.
Right. Yeah.
But they are coming back. I like the fact that they're coming back. And last year in Memphis, I got a chance to sit down with the president of Alligator Records.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, dude, what's like hard copy sales are like in the toilet. Like, am I wrong? He's like, no. And I'm like, are you like you've already thought of this? You're the president of Alligator Records. You already know this. Like, am I off base? Like, it's because there's not a thing. There's no procedure anymore with listening to music. Like, kids don't even listen past the first chorus anymore. So, like, we need a thing. We need to have it back. It needs to revert back to the procedure that it was in the old days, where you pull it out and you put it on and you put the needle on and you sit down and you
roll
listen to the
number on the cover as you read the liner notes. Kids are missing out on a lot of fun here.
You listen to the entire side of the album while looking at the artwork. Like, maybe that's what would make it cool, is to have like 3D animated album artwork coming out of the needle. Holographic visuals while you're watching.
Could you imagine? Can you imagine some of your stuff, like for Beer 30, and subliminal messages in the artwork? Drink beer.
Listen to what he's saying, Budweiser. But go ahead.
This is where the metaverse thing can come into play, because you can have some 3D. You're in the visuals of whatever the visual is, plus ATMOS, so that you have 3D visual and sound. That'd be wicked.
No, I can see a whole thing. I heard a friend in high school in the 90s throw their TV out the window when they were watching Pink Floyd The Wall, so while he was on acid. So I can think that might happen. That might be too much over sensory overload, right?
And then to put your, what'd you call it? The Oculus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To be fully immersive.
Well, okay, so back to the Oculus, though. But seriously, is that so? A few years ago, the Foo Fighters did the Super Bowl post football Super Bowl performance. Of course, it was all taped in advance, but they performed in the metaverse, and of course, I had to get my kids to help me set it up, right? And I'm sitting there and I watched this whole thing, and it was like as if they were fully in the round. Now they had guys on.
Were they animated avatars?
No,
or it was live video.
They had it was live video.
Okay.
But I'm in the little metaverses, my little whatever, right? And I'm watching them from different levels in the little theater, and I'm like, this is really cool, right? Now they had guys on the stage with them, and with these cameras, because again the processing to do the full 360 rounding, and it takes a lot of effort, but it was super immersive. It was like, this is how it almost would be it's better going to in person. Yeah, no, hands down, right? Hands down, there's that, you can't beat that. But just being able to sit there and just look around, look up, and everything was like, this is crazy. Now they showed the same clip for people on Facebook that were poor, can't afford an Oculus, but they showed it as like a 2D video, right? And it was like, yeah, you're missing out on what this even looks like. It just was crazy. And that's, I think, to your point, Devin, is right. The whole metaverse is getting, it's like shit. There's like so much cool stuff. It's not cheap. Those Oculuses are not cheap at all, right? Or they came out with their own version.
So we're complaining that we can't sell a $20 album. You want us to buy a $300 headset?
Yeah. So hey, you know what? Buy Kevin's new headset, right, with bandana included, and we'll throw in this CD for free.
Yes, you just need a $1,700 ATMOS processor and a $300 full color face plant machine.
And then you can put your drink on the CD.
Put your sunglasses on. Here's Kevin's version of put your sunglasses on. This is Kevin's version of his fully immersive 3D.
No, the fully. You know what? You know the fully immersive thing I need is I need some glasses that will show the lyrics of my songs on the inside of them. That's what I need.
Well, what you need actually is the Apple Vision. Then that's what you need.
Apple Vision.
Apple Vision. Actually, they make glasses that you can still see through it, but it's like in the movies that you see all the AI stuff and everything. It's you can see all the stuff, and the cursor moves. And I'm getting nerded out here, but how it moves your eye movements and how you can move things around. Yeah.
Oh, wow. $3,500.
That's right. Yeah, it's not cheap. But
Yeah, $3,500.
I'm as you know.
Perhaps I should try to memorize.
There you go. There you go.
But my CRS is a massive obstacle.
Anyway, but you know what helps you with the CRS? Stowlock whiskey.
It does. It really does. And the thing it inspires me to remember most is to drink some more
Right.
Stowlock whiskey.
It helps with your memory, but your liver hates you.
No, I'm Irish. I have my liver has the capacity of a small army.
Yeah, your liver's living in the metaverse.
I'm telling you the truth.
Anyways, so sorry guys, we are
Genetic
all over.
advantage.
I told you the second episode gets a little kind of crazy here.
We're
so,
having fun.
Yeah,
It's
I
cool.
know. Yeah. So
That's why the Irish have never lost a war, because we don't fight. We just invite you to sit down and drink with us, and then when you pass out, we shove you in the ocean.
Right.
So we've got an Irish, a Scot, and an English. Right. So we've
Well,
got-
but she's truly from there.
That
like
is
we're American and our ancestors are from
That's
there, but
true.
she's really from there. So there's a big difference.
Well, no one from England is really only from there, though. It's like we're all a melting pot.
Yeah, well put. Well
So
put.
okay, so what is your more than just your family, your heritage?
Yeah, well, my dad's English
Okay.
and my mum's Colombian.
Oh, okay.
And I grew up partially in South America, and then we moved to England when I was 9. So,
So
I
you
kind of-
you
I
speak
grew up-
Spanish?
Yeah, I speak Spanish too. Hablo
with an
español.
Spanish with an
Yeah.
English
English
accent.
Yes,
That's got to be awesome.
Very weird accent. So,
Everybody I've ever met who's from Colombia is awesome.
well, that would be half of me. So, bottom
Well, half of you
yes.
surely, which
Yeah.
some half of you there is no
one
doubt
leg,
awesome.
one arm, you know. But yeah, well, it's you know, my it's funny because I guess I'm the one that looks more South American. My sisters are more English looking, but they're the ones that they love to dance salsa and all of that, and I'm like, you know, I'm on the dance floor going, oh, what are they doing, you know? So I maybe I picked up more of the English traits. I don't know. It's kind of a funny mix.
So you look South American, but you dance.
I don't dance
You dance
salsa.
like an
white.
English
No,
woman.
Yeah,
I
you-
dance like a white, trying to, you know, my feet get all tangled. No, not really, you know, cut out for it. But anyway, I play banjo, which is another weird thing. You know, another weird.
So what
instrument for a Brit
inspired
to
you to
play.
pick up the banjo?
I don't know. I always liked kind of like the kind of Americana culture growing up and watching all the spaghetti westerns and stuff. We watched a lot of that and just that kind of the whole American, you know, culture and like the whole Appalachian thing. I was always drawn to that. And then, but I never actually played the banjo until, you know, right before COVID, because I was always a guitar player and, you know, a bit of keyboards. But so COVID gave, anyway, all those nights stuck at home gave me an opportunity to really sort of thrash it out.
Well, that brings
No,
it
no.
all full circle, because that Appalachian music is really just watered down versions of the traditional European folk songs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And the same with the dancing and all of that. So it really, we're bringing it all around in
Yep.
circles.
Have you
Yeah.
so have you been to Nashville?
Yeah, I've been there 2 or 3 times.
So
Yeah.
have you been to the Hall of Fame, the Nashville Hall, or the music? Or
Yeah, we did that. We went to the there. We went to the Ryman and all of that last
Ryman
year.
is such a cool
yeah,
place.
Yeah,
yeah. Grand Opry, Old Opry.
Grand
we
Ole
did that.
Opry.
Yeah,
right. The original Grand Ole
Opry, sorry.
Opry,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
So
yeah.
when I was in Nashville in 2019, again, I consider myself a country fan, but I took into maybe more of a history fan and went to the museum. I would have never thought I went to the Country Music Hall of Fame before the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But just walking around the history, like you said, is the Appalachians and how that was very much, Western European influence, and the whole story about the Cash family or the Carter family, like real true original royalty, of that time frame, and how the guitar, how the string instruments and things like that kind of came about and so forth. Yeah, it's very fascinating, as you said, about the instrument there. So I just figured it was just because somebody laid a banjo on your knee and then where you went.
Well, it's I mean, it's just.
That joke went nowhere.
Oh, sorry.
Did you go
I was
down
like-
to Alabama?
Tell it
with
to
the
me
banjo?
again. Sorry, I didn't hear it.
How's the song go?
Rain on that the day I left.
Oh, wait.
Had a banjo on my knee.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Sorry.
All right.
Oh, Susanna, won't you grab
Right.
me?
Oh,
Go to
Susan,
Alabama with
a banjo on my knee. Oh, Susan.
Yeah. Is that Susanna? Is that right? Something like
Everybody.
Right.
Susanna, Susanna. Oh, wait, that's a wrong
Another
song.
one.
you all the way. Susanna, oh, yeah.
I don't even know what to search for that.
Yeah,
Keeps
there's no
scrolling.
searching that.
Yeah, don't bother.
No.
Rosanna.
That's
Oh, that,
correct.
that's that
And it's actually
Rosanna.
about Roseanne Barr.
It's not.
Roseanne Arquette.
Okay.
Rosanna Arquette.
No, really?
Yeah.
I don't.
Got a
I
crush on Rosanna Arquette.
Are you sure?
That's what they
Do
say.
we have to fact check you?
Please don't. Just take it on faith.
Okay, yeah. You look like a trusting person.
And Roseanne Barr
Sounds legit.
wrote it.
yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
totally.
like yeah, totally. Yeah, once you say it out into the metaverse, it's now it's
Look,
now
you can't lie on the internet. Nobody gets
All
away
I
with
want to
that.
do when I see you in the morning is see your eyes, Roseanne Barr. No, that doesn't.
No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Definitely don't want to see that.
Rosanna.
Yes. So yeah, so the that's an interesting kind of it's a music style then I guess growing up as well. So you're right, we got spaghetti westerns.
Right.
What was the music kind of growing up?
Well, it was everything really. There was classical music in the house. There was my brother's big into sort of Indian music.
Okay.
So and then my elder brother was a classical guitar. So we're a real mishmash.
Oh, big
Yeah.
musical family.
Yeah, we were always doing
Very
something.
cool.
Yeah. So plugging away at the piano exams every year. Sort of went through the mill with all those, but it's just nice to. That's why I kind of left that behind and just went with stringed instruments because it was kind of a freedom from all the.
From the
You know.
structure and the pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
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 yeah.
a little bit of liberation. So,
You know,
No rulers on the fingers.
all that. Yeah, I went to a convent, so yeah, it was all of that.
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna have
gosh.
none of that going on here.
No.
Yeah,
Well-
if you mess up, I'm going to hit your fingers with that drumstick.
That's what they're on this side. Yeah, don't mind the drumstick in the freezer. That's everybody asks about why is there a drumstick in the freezer.
And I made fun of you at first, but
You understand
I
it?
have truly come to understand the pleasure of disciplining ice with a stick.
Yeah, that's right. Ice, who's your daddy?
Okay, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we had to break up the ice in the freezer. That's
I
why.
see. Oh,
We had to- and it's like he goes, "Why is there a drumstick in the freezer?" It's because of the block of ice that you have to like
Right.
chip away at. So anyway,
We haven't got an ice pick. It's all we
that's
got.
right. That's right.
That's
So-
right. We don't use ice picks here.
don't.
We just hit it with a stick.
So I don't know. So anyway, so before we get too crazy far down the road here, do you guys want to do a little music review with us?
We absolutely would love that.
Perfect, perfect. So to kind of a little preface this, so this is a song that we have talked about on the podcast, and it was with a past guest, JJ Rivera. So I don't know if you guys know JJ or Jose is he is mostly plays up here in the Treasure Coast, Stewart, Port St. Lucie kind of area, St. Lucie County, right? And
Is that train really here, or is it just in the headphones?
it's here. Yeah, it's not his sound
Okay,
effects.
I'm hearing a train. I'm like, does anybody else hear the train?
It's a real
Yeah.
shame.
This show is brought to you by the Bright Line, and it may or may not kill you. but yeah, so JJ was on the show.
That's a great slogan. Yeah. Travel Brightline. It may or may not kill you.
There goes that sponsor. So yeah, we but yeah, JJ was on the show here. We had a couple weeks ago, a month or so ago, and he talked about some music he was writing. He was in a band called Fresh Catch, and then kind of started doing his own music. And this was one he wrote where Caminar, where it was all in Spanish. Was that what he was saying? This one, but anyway,
Well, the name of it is Caminar,
Yeah,
so it's
Caminar, yeah.
possible that it's all in Spanish.
but I
The
think
notes are in Spanish.
probably
Yeah.
see.
The notes are in Spanish.
See, but it was a song about. Remember, he said, "Just do it, get up off the couch." He was talking about this is the kind of like that was what the song was about.
Is the song in Spanish?
We don't know. We're all
be.
going
The name
to
of the
find out.
Right, yes.
The name of the song is Caminar. So
Okay. Okay.
All right, so here we go.
Do what I
out.
can to.
So this is JJ Rivera El Brujo.
one more bit of prefacing. We are looking at this song through the lens of what is it that makes this song a good song? Is it the riff or is it the rhythm? And that's the only criteria.
Yep. So we're not judging video quality, sound quality, or anything. It's just like we can hear the essence of the song. Is it what makes the song? We good? Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. So
Vamos a caminar.
JJ Rivera. Lucia. I think I'm able to translate this very well.
Sentado en la orilla contemplando el mundo desde mi columpio miro la ciudad, se va despertando un deseo profundo, dejo de mecerme y me voy a caminar,
I know which way I'm really
mirando de lejos agarrado al pasado y ahora cara a cara la quiero mirar, de espectadores y todo demasiado y ahora de cabeza me quiero tirar, caminando y las sombras caminan conmigo por calles oscuras, hay que transitar, no sé dónde estoy y me siento perdido, no sé mi destino ni cómo llegar. Cosa que a veces quieres, sigo mi camino, no voy a perder. Si una luz no detecto, te viene, ya sé dónde voy, hacia el amanecer. Tiempo de enfrentarme a la vida. Estoy esperando la gloria que llega de forma sencilla. Hay que irla a buscar. Si es que tembla la tierra. Tierra, voy a descifrar.
Do you guys have an opening for the player
We need somebody to play because Bill can't play the guitar while he's playing the drums. I just want to say that's great, and I'm so freaking relieved because I was just like, oh my God, what if this stinks? Then what am I going to do? That was really a great song. I'm
Yeah.
Right,
impressed.
vamos a caminar.
So yeah,
And
you know,
such a relief to not have to bash anything or politely say, oh, but that was
Well,
really good.
again, it's always it's
Yeah.
whether the song is just like we try to stay a little bit like we're not getting too far into certain things to say what makes that song, is it the riff or the rhythm, right? But I think again to your point though, Andy, is this is I mean, everyone we have on are just got bangers of original music. And this is what it's all about, right? Now that we've had, JJ on, we talked about last episode about now that you guys have been on the show, and we'll review one of your songs as well. We just don't want to do it with you in person because we don't want to.
Well, we'll give ourselves good grades.
Yeah. You're a little. Yeah, you're a little bit
Oh,
biased.
this is fantastic.
Oh no, trust me, being on the show doesn't mean
No.
because I've been on the
want-
show.
we want
while
your
my
honest opinion.
my song was reviewed, and there's no mercy. It's
I didn't mean
It's
anything.
brutal. It's brutal. Yeah.
But this has a really nice message as well because it's like he's lost. He says he's walking around, he's lost in the streets, and there's shadow. He doesn't know where he's going. But then he's like at the end, he's saying that he found nothing comes to you, nothing gets put in your lap, like a banjo. You have to go out and find it, and basically walk to find. So it's a nice message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
No, great. Definitely great rhythm. Again, I know I don't speak Spanish, but again, I think that's what about music is, a universal language. You may not understand it, or if you listen to it enough, look at how many people around the world. Again, I know English is mostly a predominant language, right? But people that sing pop music and American music, right, they're singing the words, and they may not speak English, but they can sing the words English because they live in this so much, right? Look at Taylor Swift, right? Or whatever the case may be. So yeah, no, JJ is an awesome dude. Definitely I'm glad we got a chance to finally, get a chance to review his song.
Good job, man.
Yeah,
Good
so
song.
he's
Very nice.
here in the area here. He plays up near in the Treasure Coast area, solo sometimes with a band and so forth. Yeah, he's super cool dude. Yeah, so
Definitely gonna check him out.
yeah, so definitely El Brujo, JJ Rivera. So Lucia, what is it? Was it the riff or the rhythm that made this song here?
I would say definitely the rhythm.
All right,
Yeah.
Andy.
Oh, rhythm for sure.
Okay.
James Brown. Every what do you got there? That's a horn. No, that's a drum.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Everything's a drum.
Yeah, it's always on the one.
Oh, beautiful.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Definitely rhythm.
Okay, and I will go for a queen sweep.
A queen sweep.
Queen sweep.
He's going to Key West again.
Yeah, that's right. Fantasy Fest is coming up. You want to go? Anyway, so yes, we are.
Be the king of Key West.
Or yeah, so a little irony here is so when
You're going to do a little ironing? Is that what you said?
yes, so
The Queen Sweep Ironing Challenge has just been issued. Paul here is setting down the gauntlet.
talk about Queen. What's with the rubbing of my shoulders here, man, dude? I can lay on the table if you want to do a full massage. Happy endings extra. Anyway, fuck. Now where do we go from here?
Guiro.
You were about to say something, and the idea of me giving you a happy ending just stopped your brain altogether. I want to make it clear that there's no way that'll ever happen unless there's a subcontractor involved.
Oh, so
That's the highest tier.
yeah,
Keep
you're gonna,
keep it under the table
That's right.
there's-
for the,
right.
for the cam. For that cam. Pay extra for that one.
That was well done.
That's right.
That was the wittiest thing all night.
We're getting the hang of it now, aren't we? Yeah. So that was a great show. So riffs and rhythms there. So we are rhythm. So yeah. So JJ had when he sent the link over again earlier, he goes, "Yeah, here's the link." He goes, "Hint, it's the rhythm." So he was already planting the seed about the.
It is the rhythm.
yeah.
Well,
a
the
couple different instruments.
guitar parts are
percussion.
great. The horn parts are
I
great.
really like
Oh
the horn.
yeah. It was very well.
The only thing it didn't have, which it could have used, was a Cuica. Right? You know what a Cuica
Right,
is.
yeah.
It was a perfect arrangement,
Did you say a quickie?
although I would have put a Cuica in there.
That's what you said.
I thought you were talking about a cloaca.
No, a Cuica.
Cuica. All right. Don't they live in Pennsylvania?
That's un Cuica.
Oh, it's Quakers.
How many
Amish.
points is that in Scrabble?
Play the Guiros.
Yeah. How many?
I don't know. Cuica.
Oh, he's gonna
Look it up.
Yeah, he's gonna fact check you. Scrabble fact check.
How many points do you get in Scrabble for putting
Triple
Cuica
word.
in there? Well, it's Q. The Q's like 10 points.
Cuica.
Yes.
A small South American opossum, native of Guinea and Brazil, feeds upon insects, small birds, and fruit.
Maybe I spelt it wrong.
Cuica.
How do you
thought it was
spell?
C.
How do you spell Cuica, Lucia?
CU.
I think,
you little Cuica!
I think it might be a CU.
Cuica.
CUE. CUA.
Let's go with the South American on the spelling with that.
Cuica.
Run that by me again.
K-W-E with an umlaut.
Opossum apostrophe.
Possum crispy.
No, I think it's C-U-E-C-A. Try that and see what that. It's probably something else, but.
Devin, is safe search turned on?
Yeah,
Never.
not on his computer. You'd never find anything he was looking for.
Is a family of musical styles and associated dances from Chile,
Oh.
Argentina, Bolivia.
Bit closer, but not quite.
Well, leave it to the South American.
So here's what when I say cuica, what I'm saying is it's a little hand drum that has there's a stick with a large rounded area at the top that is literally tied into the center of the head. And what you do is you lick your fingers.
Wow.
And you grab the stick, and it goes woo 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 woo.
I'm not searching this any further.
All right. So
That's what I understand it to be too, and it's the same like when you on a conga when you lick on your thumb and you hit, but you slide your thumb and you get a.
It's designed to give the kind of feeling like on a conga when you do that. Like do this, Paul.
all I've been told was you got to lick it before you stick it.
You do. You lick it and then you grab onto it and you pull.
I cannot wait. I'm going to cut this section up and I'm going to make a great little.
Where are my South Americans here? The Cuica is a thing.
No, there's just the way you described it in so many parts is going to be a great little meme.
Right. Well, you could make your own one, like if you got a can of peanuts, they come with that plastic thing. You can put like a metal, a stick in it, a wooden stick that,
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing. Yeah.
But it's hard to do it because you've got to those calf skin heads.
Calf skin, yeah.
They're very hard and you've got to
Yeah.
like really work it to get it around the head of the stick.
Monkey drum.
What?
It's a Cuica.
Cuica, yeah. Cuica, yeah. The I with an accent on it. A Brazilian friction
I.
drum with a large pitch range produced by changing
Friction with a lot of pitch.
Yeah.
Wow, a pitch slap.
It's produced by changing tension on the head of the drum.
Changing tension on the head
I love
of the
this.
drum.
This is getting me
A monkey drum?
Oh, this get me really excited. I love this talk here. We went full on rhythms here.
A Cuica is hard to play like a violin because you can lick your fingers and drag them across the stick and nothing happens. You have got to move your hands across the stick just right.
You have to be in the multiverse.
And this is true. These things are
Can
real.
we please move on from this? It's making me feel weird.
Paul is being self-conscious because he's not used to dealing with these things in front of
My
people.
pants are getting tight. Anyway, so there we go. JJ Rivera's Caminar, and we went off on a detour around Chile to all points of view.
JJ, man, that was a great song.
Yes.
Good job. I like it. Even without the Cuica, it's fucking awesome.
Agreed. That was really awesome.
Yeah, we need to again. Yeah, I think we've got a lot of great artists have come through.
I think
the
you got way too much out of that Cuica thing.
I'm moving on now. So, but I'm just saying is that part of the Opera Fest, potential more guests or more artists performing. JJ would do great in that.
He
as
would
well.
do
So-
great.
But speaking of that, what's the next one coming up? Actually, when's the next Opera House show?
I sat down a few weeks ago and I realized, like, my whole career I've been like trying to find an excuse to name a group of shows a tour, and it's always been an excuse. But I sat down and I realized, like, I've got shows already scheduled that could be qualifying for real as a tour. I'm playing all around Florida, ticketed shows, huge festivals, including the Riffs and Rhythms Festival. And so the Rising Star Tour started at the beginning of October, and it's ending at the end of October on it's ending at the end of October on November 30th.
That follows.
October-ish.
Yeah, time flies so much that the end of November is still October.
When you really like Halloween, not so stoked about Thanksgiving.
Well said.
There you go.
Metaverse.
Yes, and yes, in the multiverse is even weirder. So yeah, we'll be back. The Kevin McLaughlin Band will be back at the Herd Opera House on November 30th in Arcadia, Florida. And I've got to tell you, this place is the bomb.
November 30th.
November 30th.
Okay, so the weekend of
7 days after our festival.
but the weekend of Thanksgiving.
Is it? Or okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and Arcadia will truly be giving thanks that the Kevin McLaughlin Band has returned.
So you were talking about so who's going to be on the 30th here in this bill?
Well, actually, I'm going to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do Kevin McLaughlin Band acoustic, Kevin McLaughlin acoustic, followed by the Kevin McLaughlin Band.
Okay.
Because I got to warm up for my UK tour.
There you go.
There are some songs that I have hardly ever played. I got to play them.
Okay. So it's good that you're you're in charge. You get to control the set.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
came up with that right before I made the poster.
Right. But yeah, so you were telling me recently some crazy the last show you did with Jason Montero is
Oh, that show was awesome.
was great.
Jason,
So
let me
you had
tell you.
you had all sorts of spirits, right?
What kind of cool performance did Jason Montero do? I can tell you, it was great. Jason Montero, and he's going to be coming back later on in the Rising Star Concert Series as the Jason Montero Trio. He's going to be performing at the Risen Rhythms Festival as the Jason Montero Trio. This guy is if you haven't heard Jason Montero,
We've seen it, yeah.
He's great.
yeah,
he's
so
great,
you
yeah.
get it. He's
Awesome
like
player.
he's
Yeah.
like deep R&B
Really
and
good.
rock all at the same time. He's got a super cool hairstyle, and this guy is just an absolute monster on the guitar.
So I saw him at the Double Roads, the new Double Roads or whatever you
The
want.
old Double Roads, Wolfies. It's called Wolfies.
No.
At the new Double Roads.
Double Roads.
Oh,
The reopening of the
the
Double
reopening
Roads.
of the new Double Roads.
Yeah.
But so I'm confused because the old Double Roads has opened up as
It's called
It's,
Wolfies.
it's called Roofies.
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 Yes. It'll floor you.
Don't let go of your drink.
Yeah, that's right. So,
And
unless
make
you're
sure you
looking
get
for
a vodka and cranberry is the secret to getting home by yourself.
So, but I went down to see Jason play in a full band setting, his trio, at the Double Roads.
Was it with Dean?
It was
on
with
drums?
Mr. Dean. They were very happy to see me there. I was there on a school night, and they were hung out. And then you know who came and joined us there? Our good friend Chris from Knox and Dunn. He's like, these guys are great. I go, they're part of the music festival. These guys are performing on your music festival. So it's Jason and Dean.
How cool is that?
Oh, and it was great seeing Dean again. People realize like just because Dean's behind the drum kit, he was singing a couple songs on his own.
He's got the
Oh,
best smile in rock and roll.
and their bass player is just fucking a monster. He's
And who plays bass for them?
I don't know, some dude. So it's a.
I don't know him.
I don't remember. I don't. It was a quick meeting there. Jason.
I'm sure he's
Jason,
good.
Jason introduced me. He goes, "Hey, this is the guy who you're playing the music festival for." He goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm the guy paying you."
So I'm honestly building up some curiosity about this ATMOS technology. Now it's been a while since I've heard the term, and so apparently it is beyond 5.1 or 7.1. Like you're immersed in it. So will you fill me in on like this ATMOS technology?
I don't know how much more I can really explain it. Just technically, I lack the ability to.
So, but he knows a guy that can tell you about it.
But I know a guy.
I'm the
named
most
guy.
I'm the most non-technical person you'll ever meet. Trust me.
It's well, basically, you go into Guy's studio, and there are about 17, 19 little, the studio monitors, but they're everywhere. They're basically 3 planes of them. There's you got the front,
Like
the
if they got a
side,
high, medium, and low plane, like
they're
all the way around.
boop, 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 all the way around you and behind you, and
That's insane.
it's incredible. I'm like, but Guy, how can you listen to it? He's like, well, look, they do this binaural fold down for headphones. So it's not the official true Atmos thing. Because that's the thing we were trying to figure out. Like, well, we can listen to the binaural mixes, but like we were trying to play.
Call it like not the most.
We were trying not the most.
Almost.
Exactly. And we listened to that binaural mix, and it just absolutely blows you away. But we didn't actually have a true Atmos device. You know, we got it playing on your sound bar a little bit, but we didn't have the additional speakers.
Right.
And apparently, it still plays the mix, but you're missing a few things. You need for the true Atmos thing to. Oh, Devin knows something about it. Probably.
Well, I was reading a little bit about it earlier, and it basically, just to add on to what you were saying, you're already familiar with a stereo mix. You have the left and right stereo field. The Atmos basically adds height, so you have more axes.
Okay.
3D kind of.
Like what you were talking about before, which is more of
It's surround sound.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
surround
Like
sound left and right and
got
up
the
and down.
band all around you.
It expands surround to up and down as well as left and right.
Exactly. Like the whole Death Star thing I was telling you about. Like,
Yes.
you're the center of the Death Star, and the music is,
reactor.
all the whatever. This is going well. So, but it is just absolutely mind blowing. Just those binaural mixes. It's a whole new way to experience the music because you really get to and for our record it was great because we have
So many instruments. It's unreal.
the instruments
Yeah.
we listed, plus we've got all these heavy hitter players, just friends of mine from years. We got Peter Levin, who played in he was the keyboard player for the Greg Allman Band. So, I mean, he's just one of the
possibly a
best
good player.
musicians I've ever
Wow.
known.
You
Roger
have someone
Rivas,
he played on your
he's an old friend of mine, and
sweet.
I Hail Married. I asked, I know Roger Rivas from the Agrolites. He played some keys on some songs as well. This fellow named Richie Orduno, who's my absolute favorite lead guitar player ever. I just think I can't think of anybody I've heard who has their own. You see great guitar players, but you're like, yeah, but Richie's voice comes through when he solos, and I just think that's such a rare and fantastic thing to really have your own voice in a guitar solo. I don't mean literally voice, but his personality, his
Understood
presence.
completely.
It's just absolutely mind-blowing.
So we could go onto Spotify with our earbuds in and
For
listen
certain
to the,
Apple Music, but I think
think it's-
Spotify will cut to it.
Spotify's getting there. Apple Music has it already.
Apple Music has
Has
it
it
for
already.
sure.
And you
Yeah.
just it's not even complicated because you just go to the song that you wanted to hear, and if it's up as an Atmos mix, it's just another choice on you should play the
Okay,
play
so
the binaural
like
or
when
the
I go to
Atmos
my Apple Music, what buttons do I press? Like what do I search?
Search,
I want to
search
search.
for Atmos, maybe.
Well, I'm not sure if you can search.
No, I'm going to open up my Apple Music
What was
and
the
I'm going to
song?
type in.
Well, we're releasing our album in
Ours
December.
not up yet.
Yeah.
Our regular mix is up, but you won't have an Atmos option until.
so I
December.
search Smokeboss Militia.
Right.
Right, but he's saying that
But we're not up.
the Atmos version's not up there yet.
It won't be up until December.
That's right.
Well, that's what the party's for, man.
That's right.
That's what we're doing.
Well, we only got a month.
It's promoing. This is what the promo is.
All right, well, cool.
Don't go listen to somebody else's Atmos.
But
Wait for
I'll be
the
cheating on you with
pretty
Atmos
much
until then.
any big artist, if you're like me and have trouble coming up with current big artists that you like, I was putting in like what did we? Well, I listened to a whole bunch of them to listen to hear what it was like, and I noticed that a lot of the big name, big box bands are all doing this thing where I think Guy did a much cooler job of the binaural mix than what I'm hearing from the majors. It sounds like the vocals and the drums are sort of stuffed in, and then the stuff's around it. And Guy did a really good job of
Separating it.
separating
Yeah.
everything, and so you can just sort of.
Well, for me, I compare it to our other mix, which are fantastic, but with this technology, you feel like, okay, I really want to focus in on that instrument. And you can hear it so clearly and beautifully at the same time. And you go, over here, and you want to listen to the violin or something. It's like being right in the middle of all these instruments, like being on stage, really.
right in the
And hearing
middle.
everyone.
As though
Right in the
you
middle.
were turning to face.
So I guess if
players, as
I
you
guess
like.
if you could describe that if all the if you were standing in the middle of all the monitors, or if you were all if I'm standing in the middle, maybe of all the
They were all in a
instruments,
circle.
right.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's making me think of way back in the Stone Ages when the one day a week the radio station would do a thing where they had sonic holography, and back then it was 2 channels, so they used phasing,
Right.
and it really it expanded the listening field. Like you could hear that somebody was over here, and you could hear that somebody was over here, and it was just 2 speakers.
Yep.
And that was thousands of years ago. So like now with the Atmos, I'm excited to hear.
I'm really
That's
interested,
what you
right? Devin is like the Apple AirPods, the Pros, right? Because they have that whole right. They have the Pros have a different sense of because you can do like isolation and
So the AirPods Pro 2, they're only single driver headphones, but they do have microphones in them that are able to, I guess, enable like it does the what do you call it?
Noise canceling.
Noise canceling
Right.
stuff, and they do spatial audio, but the spatial audio, I don't really understand how it works. I tried setting it up, but it actually uses your phone. It uses the scanner on your phone that you use for Face ID, and you actually have to you let it scan your ear to figure out the shape of your ear, the inside of your ear, and then it somehow tunes the audio for your ears. I don't fully understand how that works.
That makes a lot of
Tried it.
sense. Yeah.
so you got to stick your earphone in
You
your
gotta
ear.
stick your ear in your phone's eye.
Yes, that's why they call it an earphone.
I actually disabled it on mine because I didn't really hear a difference.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you have to have both of them in
Yeah.
for it to be.
But I mean I know Apple's right the Bose or the Apple the Beats and
Right.
whatever right and so but yeah I think I'm really excited about this because I mean I think we all are obviously you guys are right but just to kind of hear this total immersive
A more immersive experience is always
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Always better.
Absolutely.
Are you thinking about doing the next recording maybe this way? Can you imagine doing a solo where it's traveling, not just panning, but again, kind of because I think you described it, Lucinda, right? Lucia, was playing a fiddle, and it's kind of like what comes to mind is Fantasia.
Oh.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
like the visual of how Fantasia was all this kind of movement and
That was
flowing.
groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Production.
Yeah.
So very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is my vision Atmos? Well, my vision is to actually record my next album in a studio since the last one was live. And if they have microphones and stuff, I'll be really happy.
Maybe we need to have Guy on here and explain this all.
You should. I think that's a great idea.
And I can hear really well, and I've got good ears.
What?
And so, what'd you say?
Huh?
So I am stuttering because I'm living in a world where I can tell the difference between what everything sounds like, and I know quality when I hear it, but I can't afford that kind of quality. So I'm looking for sponsors for the next Kevin McLaughlin Band project to get us to. We can, what we could do? We could go to Europe and record.
There you go.
What's the biggest? what's the
Abbey
big-
Road. Go
what-
to Abbey
We
Road.
go to Abbey Road
That's right.
and record.
I may just have
Abbey
to-
Road Studios.
Dude, I may have
is-
to. I
is-
may have to tag along with you. On
That's
this
my
trip.
style because the Abbey Road Studios, as you know, is the iconic studio, and they have microphones that are in existence still in no other place on earth. And the Abbey Road Studios, I'm very old school when it comes to recording. And in nowadays, it's well, let me turn the knobs. No, old school is let's move the microphone
Oh, wait,
to get the sound right.
This is another reason you got to talk to Guy, because Guy has the knowledge of the new stuff, but absolutely
The old school
has-
way of doing things is better
I mean, the analog is the
because there is no knob turning that can match the getting it right in the first place.
absolutely.
Placement.
So to go to Abbey Road and to play through those same microphones that all the greatest English musicians have ever played through in that same environment that is designed for greatness.
So here's a crazy idea, and I know
That would be cool. I would do that.
So I know we're running up on time here, so we got to still wrap up a couple of segments here. But
But it's the internet. There's no time limits here.
so this was something
We are on the internet, aren't we?
interwebs. Something that like the Foo Fighters had done a few years ago, I think before the pandemic. They did like a documentary, and it was like I think it was like for the album Sonic Highway. They recorded a song in multiple cities in studios and had local musicians perform with them on these different songs, right? And they were in like New Orleans, and Trombone Shorty perform on one song. So I mean, it was a great traveling. Again, I think on somewhat of a history kind of thing. That's what I could talk about the Country Music Hall of Fame, right? So they were like in L.A. and then they're here and in all these different places. That would actually have been pretty cool, because you went to Muscle Shoals, you've been to Sun Studios, right, where you can go and record in these same famous places. But
Hillbillies recorded at Sun Studios, I think.
And when we were there, it was like they were like, "How much
the
is it?"
radio station said he'd give you $1 if you sang into his can.
So when we were
Oh,
there,
we got to beat that competition. Yes.
when we were there, we talked to one of the engineers. We're like, what's it really cost to come? And it was not really outrageous, right? Didn't he say
It was like $100 an hour
we're like, what?
at Sun Studios.
It's amazing to say that, right? Recording in the same place, all these people,
And that place is
the
magic.
sonic,
Magic.
the vibes, it's all that, the spirits,
Yeah, you walk into that place and the hair,
the energy,
stands
yeah,
up.
Incredible.
The energy is there.
yeah.
It's amazing. There are places on the earth that are vortexes of greatness, and Sun Studios is one of them. That, like, whatever's underneath the foundation of that building is connected to everything in the universe.
Probably asbestos.
Yeah.
But seriously though, I mean that might be something, right? But I don't think
If it takes asbestos, like, I'll sniff some before I record every time, because that stuff was working on me while we were in the studio.
But again, since you're going to the UK next year, maybe it's a legit thing to record something at Abbey Road while you're there.
Abbey Road,
record
like-
all these places. You know what I mean?
Yes, let's do it. I think we should.
All right, note that. There you go. All right, noted. All right, so let's wrap up the show here. So, all right, so we have a House of Wine, Beer, and Spirits MVP of the week here. So, Lucinda's turn. Yeah, who's your MVP?
Lucia. Okay.
Shit.
It's okay.
So I think they
It's
Lucinda
okay.
Williams.
All right, that's fine. Well, that's I'm in good company then.
yes.
I haven't. My nickname is Shash, but
What? We just went.
Ash.
Shash, yeah.
Where does that come from?
It's a old family nickname, so it just gravitated over with me. So
We just went through over 2 hours of a podcast, 2 episodes here. Now we just found out.
I know it's a bit
nickname.
late. I was thinking the same thing. I
Shash.
was like, don't even say anything because it's too late. Anyway, here we are.
But that's so cool. Like, where? Will you tell us the history of that name?
Well, it's my niece was named Lucia as well, and so we had Big Lucia being me and Little Lucia, and when she was like started speaking, she would call me Shasha. That was her way of saying Big Lucia, translated to Shasha. They got shortened to Shash. So here we are.
Shash.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, Shash. There we are.
Yeah, so like you could like do a guest performance featuring Shash.
Yeah, a little
I like
sort
that.
of
Yeah.
breakout point. Yeah.
Or when you, if you get arrested, you have to fill out the paperwork. It says AKA, also known as.
Right.
As tater salad.
They call me Tater Salad. No, sorry, Sash.
That's all right.
No, but Shash. That sounds like a
Shash.
like a great artist name.
Well, there's Slash,
There you go. Slash
and
and,
then
Shash.
there's anyway. So yeah, my shout out is to my friend Greg Pickin, who's a really good banjo player. He's very modest. He doesn't really play out or anything, but he's been really helpful and just given me tons of advice with banjos and all the technical things, with the head tightening and the, we pretty much dismantled my banjo 2-3 times and, chased ball bearings around because I had one with a sort of, I had a neck fill banjo that I still have, but needed some work on it, and he did all of that. So he's just been very kind and given me all sorts of banjo advice. So
Very cool.
yeah, Greg Pickin.
Pickin.
Yeah,
Greg.
lives in
Greg
Jupiter.
Pickin.
Okay.
Yes.
Greg Pickin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilson's
Jupiter.
brother?
Good picker.
No, Pickin.
Yeah, Pickin. Yeah, very good picker too. Yeah.
Greg's picking on the banjo at home.
Yeah.
Yes. He's watching right now.
Right.
Probably. Maybe.
Rock on, hopefully.
So yeah. So no. Yeah. We got a lot of great like guitar luthiers or folks here. Wolf guitars or Bubble Ups guitars. Brian. So it's great to hear all these people that are in the community. You wouldn't kind of know. So all right, Andy. So what's your tales from the road here? I know if you're in SoCal and the punk scene, I'm sure you probably lit a donkey on fire, probably, or something like that in Tijuana, probably, right?
Well,
Only to save his girlfriend from punishment.
I don't remember a lot of stuff that happened. But our last tour, I'm sorry. Now I'm like, my
It's
head
okay.
is-
We've got a adult audience. You can tell us anything.
Okay. Well, I can tell you about one of the what happened on the Rat City Riot tour, where I got the name the Smokeboss.
Oh,
That's a good story.
You
I
are
guess
the
I
smoke
am the
boss.
Smoke Boss.
So
That's
it's not
my
because
nickname.
you consume crazy amounts of pot.
Well, not per se. But basically, I was.
States where it's legal, you do.
What's that?
Oh, and states where it's legal.
Only where it's legal. But I do have the card.
Can
Okay,
I
good.
confirm nor deny this story here? So yeah,
You are the smoke boss.
I am him, and I'll tell you how I became the Smoke
Okay.
Boss. We were on tour in Europe with Rat City Riot. I was. We were just starting the first of 9 dates in the Czech Republic, which is the most
Whoa.
amazing country I think I've
You
ever
went
been
out
to.
into the hood and got cigarettes for everybody.
It's better than that.
Oh, okay.
So I walk into this place the first night, and I'm like, man, let's see if anybody got. Hey, anybody got any weed? And this kid comes up and he goes, oh yeah, here. And he's this apparently the thing in Czech Republic around this time. Everybody had their own grow situation going. So he brings me all this weed, and I'm like, oh, I mean to smoke now. And he's like, and he pulls out this big Cheech and Chug joint. We smoke, and he says, no, but keep this. You will love this. So I was great. So the next night, now I have this weed. So I'm like, hey, who wants to smoke? And they're like, oh, we do. Put that away. We got here, right here, and take this. And so this went on all week, and the tour manager, night or two before it's over, the tour manager says, look, I saw your bag. I saw that all your guitar accessories are dumped on the floor of the van, and that bag is filled with weed. We're going back into Germany. You can't bring that across the border. You'll go to jail forever, and we all will. I'm like, cool, no problem. Don't even worry about it. So we go into this bar. No,
smoke him, got him.
this is how I did it, and this is how I became the Smoke Boss. I walked in, I said, hey, who wants to smoke some weed? And then some people were like, no. I'm like, put your weed away. We're going to have a joint rolling contest. Because as you know, or you may not know, Europe, they have this art form of joint rolling. It's just absolutely fantastic. And I can't do it right, even after trying. So I had this contest where I took all the weed, I dumped it out on this big table, and it had 9 or 10 people, all just, they're all so excited. I'm like, yeah, we're going to see who can roll the best joint. Everybody's bragging on their rolling abilities. So, I'm walking around, I'm smoking, oh, that one's good. And this guy just goes, he's smoking, goes, you are the Smoke Boss. And I'm like, did you guys hear that? I just got a nickname. And that's how I became the Smoke Boss and got rid of all the weed I had accumulated in a week.
Rock on.
That's a great story.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I know.
Take that, reggae bands.
Right,
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Where's Bryce when you need him, right? So we Yeah, I know. We never got to asking about the band name, right? And then there we go. So we saved the best for last.
And you did
There it
that
is.
in a Czech accent.
Wow.
Right. Yes. The Czech. That was why it stuck, because he said, "You are the smoke boss." Wouldn't it, if he had said, "Hey, you're the smoke boss, man"? We'd be like, "Yeah,
Is
yeah,
this
whatever."
not like a Burt
because he said it like
Burt
that.
Kreischer? You ever hear the story about the Burt Kreischer skit? Right. Right.
Machine.
The machine. Right. So,
Oh, right.
yeah. I am the machine. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. You have to check out that clip though, Burt Kreischer. So.
Check it out.
Yeah, so no, this has been a great episode. There, getting again, hang out and talk to you guys and learn more about you, and we share some stories. Again, that's
It
like
was
we
really
said.
fun.
Yeah, it's a band hang, right? We're getting all a chance to catch up and learn more about other musicians, cross some paths, share some stories and whatnot. So yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. This
Yeah.
has been a great time.
All right, so here, wrap
Thank
it up
you so
here.
much.
Point, look at the camera. Tell people what you wanted them to check out there. So there you go.
So, Bamboo Room, December 13th, Friday the 13th,
Lake Worth Beach.
Lake Worth Beach. We're having our ATMOS Super Deluxe edition of Rise Again, which is our record. The Dolby Atmos edition, 14 tracks instead of the 12 that we released on the regular edition. And come on down. It's going to be a great party.
Very cool. There we go, man. So we're another fun episode, huh?
Another fun episode.
Yeah, we reviewed.
How
some
did we
songs.
do that? How did the time go by? Like, look what time it is.
I know, it's 9:30.
It's now.
I
Can't
know.
believe it.
Wow.
So what do we have to look forward to? Truly, after this, it's hard to think of anything. But
All right. Well, here we
do
are.
have the Riffs and Rhythms
I
Festival.
know. Here we are at the end of October.
It's just a month away.
It's like the festival's going to be here. So buy your tickets. Riffs and Rhythms Music Fest there. Check it out. Come hang out. Support local music. Everyone always say they support local. We'll do it. Go to the festival. Go to the website. Hang out. We've got food vendors. We're still looking
Amazing food vendor.
We're still looking for vendors there to come to the festival. Come be part of our event here. Be local. Sell your craft. Sell your stuff. Again, this is just the week before Thanksgiving, a month before Christmas. So great opportunity to get people to buy your stuff.
It's going to be
Yeah.
Riffs and Rhythms Saturday.
That's right. Saturday.
It's not Black Friday. It's not Black Monday, or it's not Internet Monday, or whatever the heck
whatever,
these kids
yeah.
do now.
Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
It's Riff Monday.
It's Riff Saturday and
No,
Rhythm
Rhythm.
Sunday. No, it's time to come to the Riffs and Rhythms Festival. That's what we're trying to say.
That's right. It's
There's
Rhythm.
all kind of cool shit
It's
there.
a Rhythm Sunday, Saturday.
Riff them.
Them. So yeah. But all serious folks there, check it out there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Listen on Apple Podcasts. Listen to B3. Listen to our sister podcast here on part of the channel here. Jams and Cocktails there. Check out Brad's show there. J&C Jams and Cocktails. They've got a lot of great. Can't look. Again.
The Riffs and Rhythms podcast is what we're on right now,
That's
and we've
right.
also got the
Drums and Rums
Drums and
podcast.
Rums
Yep. Right,
podcast.
yep.
Yeah.
Got a lot of great guests there as well too. Don't forget to check out Devin's show there, the Ghost and the Aux there. So again, it's all part of the family here of shows. We're all promoting each other, promoting local music, promoting so forth, right? Having a good time, chatting, bullshitting. Again, that's what it's all about, right? I'm sure we could sit here for a lot longer than just the show, right? That's
We just got started.
yeah.
right?
I know, yeah. So we'll keep the cameras rolling. Maybe we'll see some stuff on Patreon. Yeah, we have a Patreon too. So yeah,
Yeah, crazy stuff goes on after we shut off the cameras.
that's right. Yeah. So Kevin puts his pants back on. So
Yes,
anyway.
nobody really knows what's going on underneath this table.
That's right. Yeah.
But
that's
I
right.
do.
It's a business up front, party down below. Anyway, so let's
Yes.
wrap
As a
this
matter of
up.
fact, there's oxygen equipment down here just in case.
He's gone from suck to below. Anyway, so let's wrap this up. You guys are having the Star Wars references, right? And I dropped the Spaceballs. So yeah, so this is the
His Spaceballs have finally dropped.
okay. Let's wrap it up there. You lead it.
Dark helmet, man. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited. This has been so much fun. I am Kevin McLaughlin, and this is the Riffs and
Rhythms podcast. I'm Paul Robertson. Have a great time. Good night, y'all.
What's the matter,
night.
Colonel Sanders? Chicken?